Many believe that size is the ultimate factor in determining victory inside the ring. The bigger the fighter, the better their chances of winning. But in reality, size alone doesn't guarantee success. Strategy, skill, and experience play an equally, if not more, crucial role in securing a win. Take this fight as an example. At first glance, it looks completely one-sided. One fighter clearly has a significant size advantage, while the other appears much smaller. But does that automatically spell defeat for the smaller contender? Surprisingly, the smaller fighter's punches packed serious power, landing with enough force to look both effective and painful. Frustrated after failing to make an impact with his strikes, he switched things up with a well-placed kick. The result? The much larger opponent was sent crashing to the floor. This moment proves that size alone doesn't determine the outcome of a fight. A perfect example of this principle is the famous bout between Pseudo and the massive Butterbean. So how did Pseudo manage to overcome such a physically imposing opponent? From the start, Pseudo fought smart, staying cautious, avoiding reckless moves, and choosing his attacks carefully rather than charging in blindly. Even when Butterbean tried to close the distance, Pseudo remained composed, skillfully evading and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. After spending much of the fight dodging, he eventually took the match to the ground, attempting to control Butterbean. However, time ran out before he could fully capitalize on his position. Then came the second round, where Butterbean took the fight to the ground himself. But in an unexpected twist, Pseudo saw his opportunity, locking in a perfectly executed leg lock that forced the giant to submit. Once again, Frye found himself facing a much larger opponent, Akebono, who weighed in at a staggering 514 pounds, 233 kilos. The question on everyone's mind: could Frye overcome such an enormous challenge? From the opening bell, both fighters wasted no time, exchanging blows with intensity. Akebono quickly took control, pressing Frye hard and using his sheer size to dominate the early moments of the match. To conserve energy, Akebono adopted a close-range strategy, pinning Frye against the ropes and launching a calculated assault to wear him down. But Frye wasn't about to back down. Determined to turn the tide, he attempted a takedown, then unleashed a relentless barrage of strikes, hoping to weaken his massive opponent. When Frye realized that his punches weren't doing enough damage, he adapted. Moving swiftly to Akebono's head, he locked in a submission hold, forcing the giant to tap out and accept defeat. Another legendary clash that captivated fight fans worldwide was the showdown between the towering Bob Sapp and the resilient Brazilian fighter Minotauro Nogueira. However, the outcome was anything but predictable. Right from the start, Sapp unleashed his signature aggression, overwhelming Nogueira with a relentless barrage of attacks. Throughout the first round, Sapp dominated, pounding Nogueira with brute force and giving him little room to counter. The brutal assault continued into the second round, where Sapp delivered a devastating slam that sent Nogueira reeling in pain. It seemed like the fight was all but over. But just when things looked grim, Nogueira spotted an opening. With precise timing, he trapped Sapp's arm in a submission hold, forcing the powerhouse to tap out, securing one of the most astonishing comebacks in MMA history. Bob Sapp returned to the ring, this time facing off against Hungarian fighter Tihamer. Would this finally be the moment where Sapp claimed victory? Or was he destined for yet another disappointment?
Bob Sapp elől, és ha az óriás kezd fáradni, akkor jöhet ő.
As expected, Sapp came out swinging, unleashing his trademark aggression from the opening bell. He put immense pressure on Kley, trying to dictate the pace of the fight. However, in an unexpected twist, Sapp made a costly mistake, losing focus at a critical moment. Kley seized the opportunity, landing a series of precise strikes. Suddenly, Sapp found himself on the defensive, struggling to recover. Then, a powerful kick from Kley sent him crashing to the canvas. Could he turn things around? Unfortunately, the answer was no. A devastating punch sealed the deal, sending Sapp to the mat yet again and forcing the referee to end the fight. Meanwhile, an equally thrilling battle unfolded in the women's division, where a determined fighter in black pants faced off against a much larger opponent. Right from the start, both fighters appeared evenly matched. The black pants fighter demonstrated impressive composure and skill, standing her ground despite the size disadvantage. Her agility proved to be a game changer. She skillfully dodged the bigger fighter's attacks with pinpoint precision, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That moment arrived when she spotted an opening. With a powerful punch, she sent her massive opponent crashing to the floor, securing a dramatic and well-earned victory. If you're looking for an even more extreme example of size versus skill, the legendary clash between Emmanuel Yarbrough and Takasi might just be the perfect case study. Yarbrough, a towering figure at 600 pounds, 272 kilos, faced Takasi, who weighed just 169 pounds, 77 kilos. On paper, it seemed impossible for Takasi to stand a chance.
Well, maybe you should squeeze him between his legs so he gives up. Daiju's got to...
From the opening bell, Takasi played it smart. He knew that a single blow from Yarbrough could end the fight instantly, so he focused on movement, dodging and staying out of reach. After carefully avoiding Yarbrough's attacks for some time, Takasi finally saw his opportunity. He took the fight to the ground, but quickly found himself pinned under Yarbrough's massive frame.
No! This is horrible. This is like Jaws.
Despite being trapped, Takase remained calm and waited for the right moment. When the opportunity arose, he unleashed a series of sharp, well-placed punches, forcing the giant to tap out in defeat.
Yarbrough with strikes. He was in...
Taro Akebono returned to the ring, this time facing off against elite kickboxer Remy Bonjasky. Could Akebono finally turn his fortunes around? As expected, he relied on his usual strategy, using his massive frame to apply pressure and close the distance. But against a striker as precise as Bonjasky, that tactic simply wasn't enough. Bonjasky's superior technique and agility proved too much for Akebono. With pinpoint accuracy, he landed a devastating kick that sent the giant crashing to the canvas. Once again, Akebono's sheer size wasn't enough to secure victory. The loss further highlighted a timeless truth in combat sports. Skill, strategy, and adaptability often outweigh brute force. Time and time again, We've seen that size isn't the ultimate factor in determining victory inside the ring. While it certainly provides advantages, a well-executed strategy, technical skill, and experience can often tip the scales in favor of the underdog. What are your thoughts on these fights? Do you think technique will always prevail over size, or does power still hold the edge in combat sports? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more legendary matchups.